Hello everybody and welcome back to RogueTech, where we are one day away from our financial report here, and we have some repairs to work on. So let's get those done. Financial report is now, and that puts us at 3.2 million C-bills. How long until the Corsair is done with its maintenance? Because I'm thinking about maybe getting it upgraded. I mean, that's literally the last one, but that might be okay. Yeah, let's just go ahead and see. I mean, it'll be done before the Orion, I think. Yeah, absolutely. So we've got 15 days on the Orion. We should not tick further at this point. I want to hop into the mech bay, and I want to see about refitting the Corsair. What do we got here? Okay. Hardpoint-wise. Interesting. We've got the 2 ballistic hardpoints, and we've got the 4 laser hardpoints. So first things first, I kind of want to strip equip. I'm going to put the engine core 285 and the engine heatsink +1 back for right now, although we'll probably remove that overall later on. Let's max that armor first things first. Second, I want to put on heavy ferro. I'd love to put on endo steel, but I don't think that's actually... We'll see if that runs into slot issues. I would like to have a heavier engine in this. We could up it by 8 tons, and that would be offset by these. So that wouldn't necessarily be the worst thing. Right now we've got a 285 in this, though, and all we can go to is a 300. That's the biggest one that we've got. We could put an internal heatsink +2 in instead of the +1. And we'll do exactly that. And then we have 45 tons to work with for armament. Now, we may run into some slot issues here. I think that that's reasonably likely. We've got a ballistic hardpoint here and here. With the engine heatsink +2, I'm kind of thinking... What if we made this like a counterpoint to the Madcat Mark II? We ran a couple of Gauss rifles in it, perhaps. Long-range weaponry is what I'm talking. We've got some close-in guys. I think we need some additional long-range. If we didn't want to run the light Gauss rifles, like that's a max of 10-20 meters. Or not light Gauss rifles, but just Gauss rifles. Let's see, that's a max range of 900. Light Gauss rifles are kind of the best there. But what would an AC, like a UAC2 would be ideal. But what would a like pair of heavy rotary AC2s look like for range? Not as long. Okay. 1080 on the LBX AC2. If we just did like an HVAC, that's 720. AC2 is 960. I'm actually leaning towards the light Gauss rifles. Oh, right. Not there. Hardpoint is here, and hardpoint is here. Now, those are still pretty heavy. They're 12 tons each. And we have to remember that we need Gauss ammo in there. Is that light Gauss ammo? That is light Gauss ammo. So that's a different ammo type. So do we have light Gauss ammo? That's a question. We do. We have 2 tons of it. That is 16 shots, so that's plenty. We can store them right alongside. It is no explode, but I'm going to put them in the legs anyway because I don't want to risk the Gauss rifles themselves blowing up. That said, if this mech has internal damage, I have questions because... Well, I mean, they could do like artillery or something, but I have questions about that because it's meant to be at very long range and hiding behind other mechs. So... Now we have 4 laser weapons that we can put in here. And I'd like to have it be, honestly, like, large pulse lasers would be amazing. I don't know that we can really pull that off. How many large pulse lasers do we even have? We have 3. They weigh 7 tons each. What if we did 2 large pulse lasers? Like that. And then I'd like to run... dual ER large lasers. There's no way we have that tonnage. And look at that heat efficiency. It's hot garbage. We would need this to go over here for that to happen. So we'd want to switch this over to, like, clan double heatsink kit. Like so. Even that wouldn't really help too much. So we drop the ER large lasers. They're obviously too much. And I think we have to go with, like, ER mediums. They're mostly not going to be fired, except as a backup weapon, because in theory, we should usually be too out of range to use these ER mediums. But we are going to have 3 tons to work with, and I think we've got hardpoints for this. So like an ER medium here, an ER medium here. This is a clan ER medium. But this one over here, I did that again. I keep expecting it to be symmetrical hardpoints, and it's not. Okay, so we'll just put in the ER medium laser Magna for now. And that gives us 3 tons to work with for heat efficiency, which means that we can put in a pair of clan double heat sinks. One there and one there. Now we don't have another clan double heatsink. So now we just have a ton. And what do we want to do with this ton? Well, we could do something like with a sensor or a combat computer. We could go with like a sensor probe. That's not a terrible idea. That doesn't use up the ton. What else do we want to do? We could go with ballistic accuracy, or we could go with energy accuracy on this. Do we have a more generic one? Because we use both. Multi-track. Scatter. I think that we need to just pick one. Overall, I think that we do slightly more energy damage. So we'll go with the energy accuracy FCS. But it's a hard call. Could go either way with that for sure. I would also like to put in... Let's see, we already have a sensor in there. I would like to put in a better... Oh, we have a clan FCS. I think that's better. To just put in a clan FCS. Improvement. Okay, we still have a ton to work with here. Now, we took off all of the AMS stuff. I suppose we could put on, like, an AMS and a half ton of AMS ammo. Do we have a half ton of AMS ammo? No, we don't. Okay. Well, we'll just put in the regular AMS ammo, and we'll save a little bit of weight in the armor, I guess. Again, we shouldn't really be taking too much leg damage in this thing. And the Gauss ammo doesn't explode, so there's that. But I'm going to have a little bit more armor in this leg than this one. Okay. Something along the lines of this should do. Yeah, we can't get any closer to than this, so I think that's fine. It's carrying ammo that it can't use. What? Oh, we have regular Gauss ammo over here. I'm dumb. Okay. Let's get rid of that. RogueTech, you okay? You okay, buddy? I'm not sure RogueTech is okay, but we're going to see about getting that light Gauss ammo in here rather than the regular. Oh, there it goes. It pops in. That only took forever. There we go. That's more like it. Let's go ahead and validate that, and that's actually cheaper than I was expecting it to be. Of course, that is substantially different than what we worked up before, but that'll be okay for now. Now, we're not going to wait on the Corsair. But that looks completely fine to me. Let's go ahead and hop into the barracks. Get ourselves some pilot training done, if there's any to be done. Yeah, we can get a point of tactics for chronic toast.
I hear you.
He does have a chronic case of toast, it's true. We'll grab a point of piloting for Paladin, that'll be fine. And what else do we got here?
Good to go.
Aye, aye.
That looks good. Okay, we'll hop into the command center. And let's see where we want to go. I kind of want a fairly quick and easy mission here because I want to build up a little bit of funding, and I'd like to take a bit of a harder mission, kind of like this one, but probably not this one, after this mission, so that we have a bunch of damage to repair on the way to a different location. I'm thinking, that's a blackout. I don't really want to do a tonnage reduced mission. This is a destroy base mission that we could probably crank out pretty easily. something like this. It's not the greatest pay, but it's something anyway. Okay, so we would bring the Mauler instead of the Corsair, and I don't believe we have anybody with Mauler affinities. Even if we did, everybody's out, so it has to be this. So we'll go ahead and deploy this, and we should be able to chip our way through this base pretty quickly, hopefully. I am very glad to have that Corsair refit behind us at long last, though. That is a really, really good thing. That Corsair has been a thorn in our side in how crappy it is for a while now. Well, basically since we got it. It's pretty much been since we got it. The real question, of course, is what are they going to have for defenses on this base? And the answer to that is something. I think we can officially say it'll be something. But here we are on the loading screen. Fantastic. We need to investigate the facility and extract safely. We've just lost contact with one of our facilities, Commander, and we need your help. Earlier today, our facility here on Heligoland received what they believed was a normal data transmission. It was badly garbled, and when they requested it to be resent, they got no response. Shortly thereafter, the base systems began to malfunction, and then we lost contact with both the base and the synchronous satellites covering that region. I'd like you to investigate the facility. I don't like the sound of this, Commander. No satellite coverage means no topographical intel. We're going into an unknown situation without a map. Indeed we are. I'm sure it'll be fine.
Command interface initiated.
Garbage signal. Oh boy, don't let that through. Yeah, that's going to be a virus. Don't do that. Do we have allies? We do not have allies. Okay. We can actually land quite close to the base here. I'm going to land over here. We have slightly better cover. I think the terrain's a little bit better to go in over this way than over here, but let's see what we've got. Oh, it's very dark.
What are those?
That's a little bit better. Okay, so we immediately see a heavy bomber and a second heavy bomber, as well as this guy over here.
It's lush.
Okay. So we see at least 2 heavy bombers here.
Armor breach. Internal damage.
So that was some tandems.
Losing internal structure.
Luckily, they can't do that again. So at this point, this guy is going to move. This is an Ostrock. Slightly rude, but not too bad. Okay. So, at this point, this Ifrit is our priority target. This one is less dangerous to us.
Ready for orders.
As of now. The Awesome is going to move up. We're going to Warlord. We're going to fire on this Ifrit unless hit odds are tremendously better elsewhere. They're not.
Affirmative.
Well, we got 1 PPC in there.
What now?
The Battlemaster is going to move over this way.
Advancing.
We're going to Warlord. And we're going to fire on this Ifrit.
Engaging.
Ooh, we got a solid hit with the UAC there. I wasn't expecting to, but that is always great. That's like a quarter of that Ifrit's armor just gone. Very happy about that. And our LBXs should be capable of doing a decent amount of damage here, I hope.
Firing.
Yeah, structure exposure, engine crit there on the Ifrit. Great to see.
Scored a critical hit.
We don't see any turrets as of right now.
Commander.
The Hector can pop up over this direction, I think.
On my way.
Yeah, I don't see any turrets. I want that Ifrit gone, though. And we should Warlord. Boost those odds a little bit. Light him up. That's a kill. Okay, so that Ifrit doesn't get to do damage. This Ifrit does less damage, but it still has plenty in the tank. We're going to move up with our Black Knight.
Roger that.
The Black Knight is... Actually, we see that this didn't update. That may be a bug, but the Black Knight... It also may indicate that there's more defenders. The Black Knight is going to fire on this Ifrit. Shred off what armor we can. That's not a lot of armor that came off there. Yeah, there's enemies we don't see. We're not surprised about this, though. The Madcap Mark II is going to move up to here.
Coordinates received.
We're going to Warlord yet again. We're going to hit this Ifrit.
Roger that.
That was some solid damage there. Very nice.
Confirmed.
Salamander moves up.
Copy that, Commander.
With that structure exposure, I believe that the Salamander will get a kill on the Ifrit here. We're going to Warlord it. The Ifrit should have AMS, but we should be able to overwhelm that. There we go. Perfect.
Reporting. One less vehicle.
2 heavy bombers, gone. Next up, the Boar's Head moves, and the Boar's Head is going to step up over here. We're not too concerned about attacking the base itself, especially without knowing if there are any turrets over there. I don't see any turret emplacements other than like here, but we don't have LOS and we don't have sensors at this time. I'm not going to fire this in direct mode because we can shoot right past them and there's no backstop there. So we're going to fire in indirect mode and see what we get. Not bad. Not bad at all. I believe that there were turrets there. Confirmed. Turrets. Okay, so we see a hardened sandblaster, a hardened sandblaster. We see a heavy UAC turret, and that's it for right now.
I live to
'Kay.
serve.
The Awesome's going to move up to here.
On the move. Full speed.
Only thing we can shoot at is the large military building, really.
Locking target.
So we're going to shoot at it, do some damage. That'll be fine. Madcap Mark II, same thing.
On the move.
All we can do
Full
is
speed.
shoot at the buildings. And so we shall.
Locked on.
I did expect that to bring down the building, but I didn't do the math, and apparently I was wrong. So the Battlemaster is also going to come on up, and it's not going to fire the UAC at a military building like this. We're just going to fire our lasers.
Locking in target.
22 damage there, not a kill, but that's okay.
Awaiting orders.
We don't necessarily care. The Black Knight is going to sprint up over here, and we actually don't have access to any of them from up here. Okay. We're going to fire at this building here. I'm not going to fire the HA-20.
What the hell?
Streak missed. Okay.
Let's
Sure.
do this.
The Hector is going to move in,
On the move.
and we're going to fire at this with just the ERPPCs in the tag.
Locked on.
There we go.
Shot, Commander. Enemy structure down.
Now that may give us visual access to that heavy UAC turret. I don't know if it will or not. The Salamander does actually get access to it. Good.
I'm
We
rolling.
position there. I don't think we can Warlord. No. But we can fire on this guy, and we have good hit odds. So light him up.
I need a new target.
I didn't expect to kill it there. I'll take it. The Mauler is going to sprint forward here. It can only fire at buildings. I guess we'll go for this one. Wait, technically that one didn't count as a facility building.
Acknowledged.
Either that or this just isn't updating properly, which has happened before. Yeah, that's an HVAC 2 carrier, not scary.
Waiting for orders.
The Boar's Head is going to step up, and what do we want to go for here? Honestly, I want to go for the HVAC carrier. Look how centrally located it is, and how much splash damage we're going to do here. Okay, we didn't really do much to the carrier, but that was a lot of building damage. Now, this round,
Yes.
we're going to have to focus in on those turrets pretty hard. I think we'll reserve the Hector. Let's see what they do up here with the Ostrock. Okay, that's not very relevant.
Commander?
The Black Knight is going to sprint in over here.
We'll go.
And we're going to start hitting this hardened sandblaster as hard as we can. It may be hardened, but so are we.
Copy that.
Yeah, we got about half the armor there. Actually, about 2/3.
Hey.
Excellent. The Battlemaster will move on up and finish the job. It's not quite down. We did a lot of damage to it. But we'll move in with the Salamander. The Salamander is not going to be in position to attack anything except a building. We're just going to move up and sink heat.
Standing by.
The Awesome, on the other hand, is actually going to be able to hit this Hardened Sandblaster, and that's amazing. Do it.
Locked and loaded.
There we go. Wonderful.
Target eliminated. Ready for orders.
The Madcat Mark II is going to only be able to fire on buildings, and that's okay. We'll fire on a building with it. Specifically, this building.
Target confirmed.
Good hit, sir. That medium military building is very close to down.
Waiting for orders.
The Hector can actually finish the job from over here. And we'll do exactly that. Just going to fire the single ERPPC. I don't want to build heat.
On it.
There we go.
Brought it down, Commander.
Beautiful. Now, this Hardened Sandblaster could fire on us. The HVAC 2 carrier probably will. Actually, it didn't.
Standing by.
I'm slightly shocked by that. We're going to close in with the Mauler. And I think I'm not going to fire on any of these right now with the Mauler.
Commander.
The Boar's Head is going to come up here.
Coordinates received.
Just trying to decide what I want to go for here. Probably the Sandblaster. I think we want to lessen the armor on that. It's going to hurt if it gets to properly fire on us. We missed both artillery. That's sad. But they weren't very clustered up, so fair enough. Sandblaster did not fire there. I like it. The Hector is going to sprint into... Is there a better location? No, this is the only location it can fire on something that can fire back. So we'll go ahead and go here. Can we Warlord it? We can. And so we shall. And we'll fire on that HVAC carrier. We got a hit there. It's not great. What's that Ostrak gonna do? Interesting stability it's got going on there. I mean, the stability's gone now, but it had 3 bars of stability. Or instability, rather. The Battlemaster is going to sprint in over here. Funnily enough, it's out of LOS of that Sandblaster here. I'm okay with this.
Boy, here we go.
So we can fire on the Ostrak or on the HVAC carrier. Both of them aren't going to be very good. I'm going to not fire the UAC-20 so that we don't have recoil next round. Yeah, I'm not surprised that we missed that. That's completely okay.
I'm receiving you.
The Awesome is going to move up. Much better hit odds on the HVAC carrier. Let's go ahead and fire everything here, I think, and Warlord it. I would like to see that HVAC 2 gone before it can fire all 5 of those at us.
Roger that.
That was not good PPC shots. Not good PPC shots at all.
I'm out of short-range missiles.
He's
Standing
panicked
by.
now, so that's a thing, I
my
guess.
way.
The Black Knight is going to move up. There is this heavy light Gauss emplacement, which sounds oxymoronic, but is actually slightly scary. It can do 100 damage. I mean, it's not that big of a deal. I did think that that would kill it. We got 1 point of damage inside the internal structure, though. Not great, but we can move up with our Madcat Mark II.
Moving fast. Roger.
Again on the not great. Not a single hit there. We had,
That's a miss.
on most of those, better than even odds, but not fantastic odds. Okay, well, we'll just move up with our Salamander, and we'll just be done there for now.
Good to
The
go.
Boar's Head can step on in. We're going to fire on the HVAC carrier. I want it dead. Just get that removed from the field.
Firing everything I've got.
Okay, I guess we can hit the turret this time. Sure. Multiple tracked propulsion crits there.
Critical hit, Commander.
But it isn't dead
Aye,
yet. The Mauler steps in. The Mauler can finish the job. We're very limited on that LBX cluster ammo. Wow, only the one again. Tracked
Got
propulsion
past the
crit
armor.
yet again. But it's still going. Got 12 HP there. Rude.
Damage is minor, Commander.
Well, that's what I wanted to prevent. But it's all good. The Ostrak will move in. Or maybe not. We'll see what it does. Well. Oh, it's going for a charge on the Battlemaster. Okay. I mean, it hits it, so it'll knock down the Battlemaster, but the Battlemaster will be fine. Not particularly frightening there. Yeah, it'll get knocked down, but it's okay.
I'm hit. Standing by.
So the Mauler is going to step forward. The Mauler is going to do what it says on the tin. It's going to maul. There we go. That Ostrak is indeed pretty mauled. Just like that.
Yes, Commander.
The Black Knight is going to move up,
Do that.
and it is going to finish off this HVAC carrier. Once and for all. There we go.
Move her down.
Excellent.
I'm here.
The Awesome is going to move in, and we're going to melee this Ostrak.
Acknowledged.
The Ostrak is not doing well.
Rock 'em, sock 'em.
That's going to knock it down if we don't kill it outright. So we're not going to, with both of those heavy PPCs missing, but that's a panic level critical into an immediate knockdown. He may just eject. Yep, there he goes. Fantastic. The Hector is going to move up,
Copy that.
and we're just going to go for the kill on one of these military buildings, probably. I mean, we're not going to actually destroy it, but we can get started.
Target locked in.
Excellent.
Commander.
The Madcap Mark II is going to step forward over this direction. I was hoping that we'd get LOS on one of those turrets. We did not. This still hasn't updated. But I'm pretty sure at this point that it's a bug.
Acknowledged.
Okay, we'll just do that and sink heat. Really? Is that 1 hit point? 4 hit points. Okay. Well, the Salamander will move in, and the Salamander should be fully capable of taking down this large military building on its own. More than capable. That is, after all, over 500 damage that comes in with that mech. The Boar's Head is going to step forward here. And I think we're going to go for the small military building here.
Right, Commander.
Because that'll take down this one, and also this one. So that should be the facility destroyed,
Target destroyed.
in theory.
My heat getting pretty high.
We're also going to stand up the Battlemaster. We do need to eliminate these 2 turrets still. Before... I think this is bugged over here. I'm not sure if we're not going to, like... Is this going to give us stuck in the mission? I don't know. We'll find out. Hopefully not.
Locking in target.
We'll fire on this light Gauss emplacement, the heavy light Gauss emplacement. These have not properly updated yet, but they may yet. Or it may just be working behind the scenes, but the display isn't working. It's hard to say.
Standing by.
The Hector is going to sprint over to here, where it actually gets LOS on the heavy light Gauss emplacement. I'm surprised. Light him up.
Target acquired.
Good damage there.
Heat gauge is redlining.
The Awesome is going to step forward over here,
Onward.
and we're going to hope to finish off the heavy light Gauss emplacement.
Engaging.
Good crits, but it's not gone.
Ooh, that hit something good.
Confirm.
The Salamander is going to move up over here. We're going to finish the job just with the medium lasers, I think. That should be enough. Yeah, there we go. So all that we have left at this point is the Hardened Sandblaster.
Standing by.
Black Knight can position up over here, and because it's the only mech that can be hit by that Hardened Sandblaster, I'm going to Vigilance it. Just to be a bit safe. And we'll start stripping some armor off. Solid armor strip there.
Orders.
The Madcap Mark II can not get in LOS.
Roger.
Okay.
Yes,
The Battlemaster
Commander.
may be able to. Yeah, Battlemaster can.
Copy.
Get in there. This will probably finish it.
Targeting 4 and up. Right.
Yeah, there we go. So we should exit combat now, or just be done.
I'm here.
Maybe at the end of this mission. Or at the end of this phase, rather. Round. Words are hard. At the end of this round, perhaps. Exiting combat. I think it's bugged. I think it's bugged. We may have to do a good faith withdrawal here.
Warning.
Oh,
Enemy reinforcements detected.
Leopard inbound, Commander.
okay.
Meet you at the LZ.
It updated. Good. So we see a Suburban Mech, a Hetzer, a Zeus, and a Von Luckner. I'm going to just make this episode be a bit of a long one, and we're going to head on over there and deal with them. Okay.
On my way.
Roger that, Commander.
So let's head on over.
Roger that.
I'm glad that this
On my
isn't
way.
fully bugged. So let's see, who do we move first? The Hector? Okay, the Hector can get LOS on them.
Got it.
They were here for a full round, I think. Actually, they weren't. I assumed that that round tick there would have gotten rid of their evasive, but it did not. Okay. We didn't hit any of those. That's fine.
Damn it.
And now we're going to let them move. The Zeus and the Von Luckner are the threats here. Rude. Okay.
Commander?
The Awesome is going to move up over here. And we're going to Warlord if we can. We absolutely can. The Zeus is going to be the obvious target because it has moved. Light him up.
Firing on target.
Okay. Dual hits there. I like it. The Madcat Mark II moving up into cover.
Confirmed.
Once again, the Zeus is the obvious target. And really the only target at this point.
Target of what?
Heavy damage into that Zeus so far.
Commander?
Next, our Black Knight moves up.
Affirmative.
Once again, go for the Zeus. We're even going to Warlord it. Got a bit of range here, so may as well. Lots of armor coming off that Zeus.
Give my Gauss rifle ammo.
Yep, that's expected. So at this point, phase 19, they're going to move their Hetzer with the AC-10. Rotary Inferno AC-10. Correction. They're also going to move their Suburban Mech, which is an ERPPC variant. That's okay. Cool. It missed. And the Von Luckner likely has a Gauss rifle, unless it's a variant I'm unfamiliar with. Dual AC-20.
Right here.
Okay. Well, dual AC-20 is a bit spicy. That's for sure.
Affirmative.
We're going to Vigilance the Battlemaster. We're going to fire on the Hetzer over here just because of hit odds. Fascinating. I saw some, what looked like internal damage there, but here's the dual AC-20. This could hurt. Okay, that's not too bad. That could have been way worse. It went for the Black Knight, which was
Skipper.
in a pretty secure situation, let's say. The Salamander moves up, and we can fire on any of these. Hit odds are almost identical on all of them. I think we go for the kill on the Zeus. I don't know that this is actually going to kill it, but this is going to do a lot. Yeah, it is in cover. That is true. That will reduce this tremendously since it's a percentage reduction, but we still broke through the armor. That's what's important.
Some nasty on that some bitch.
Okay.
Standing by.
The Mauler is now going to sprint its way up over here. Keep in mind it's very limited on its LBX AC-20 ammo, and I do want to address that later, but for now,
I'm taking the shot.
solid internals on that Zeus.
Got past the armor.
I like it.
20 ammo depleted.
Our Boar's Head moves up,
Moving to position.
and we're going to shoot at this Zeus direct and get as much splash as we can.
Commencing Alpha Strike.
We missed with the sniper artillery, but the Arrow 4 did not.
Critical hit, Commander.
Excellent. Okay, next round.
Yes,
The
Commander.
Battle Master is going to continue to close in. That Von Luckner is a bit terrifying, and we're going to go for it with the Battle Master here. Didn't get much in there. Okay. Base 21 is going to be the Suburban Mech. This position's on the other side of the Von Luckner. Cool.
You need me to hold still for you?
Okay.
Aye, aye.
The Black Knight is going to step in.
Moving
The
out.
Black Knight is obviously going for the Zeus here. There's no other option.
Target confirmed.
Just trying to fish for crits. We didn't get a whole lot there. That was almost all armor damage. I was hoping for a little better, but that's fine. The Von Luckner moves now, and this is the danger point. Again, that could have been far worse. He's going for the Black Knight. For
Yes, Commander.
some reason that I can't explain. The odds are best over here. But we can fire the medium lasers as well at the Hetzer. Yeah, that's the choice here, because we can theoretically do more damage over here.
Acquired.
We got a decent amount in there.
Commander,
Okay, the Hector is going to head up,
on my way.
and we're perhaps going to go for the Hetzer as well. No, I think we removed the Zeus from the field. We can even Warlord it. Do it. That Zeus is very, very damaged. The Hetzer moves. Really? A head hit there? That's unlucky. Oh well, the Salamander moves up, and I think the Salamander goes for the Von Luckner's side arc here. Hopefully we can sneak our way in this armor and call it good. I'm not going to fire this medium laser because of heat.
10-4.
Yes, okay. No more concerns there.
So much for that,
Fantastic.
little guy.
Now
Mine
the
gauge
Victor
getting
will
pretty
move.
high.
Or rather, the Zeus. The Zeus is very, very damaged. There's not much else it can do. It can do that, but we don't care.
Systems holding.
And then it just panics and ejects.
I'm here.
Cool. So we're going to move up with the
Acknowledged.
Mauler. We are out of LBX ammo. So all we can fire here is the SRM, and we're just going to shoot it at the Hetzer. Hit odds are best there. We got 14 damage. We'll call it good.
Aye, aye.
Madcap Mark II moves up, and I think we're going to go for the Hetzer here.
Acknowledged.
That was bad Gauss rifle shooting. Sad.
Good to go.
Okay, the Boar's Head moves up.
Affirmative.
It's obviously going to go for the Suburban Mech here. I think there's not even a question. We should be able to Warlord it. Yeah, we can do that.
All weapons are go.
Once again, sniper artillery going wide. But everything else hitting the Suburban Mech there.
Awaiting order.
Black Knight is going to close in.
Copy that.
And which do we want to go for? Suburban Mech. Okay. It's a lot of damage to that Suburban.
Target's taking a critical hit.
Next up is going to be the Hetzer, and it'll fire its Midran. Once again at the Hector. Not getting a second head hit there.
System
That's good.
fault. Watch my heat.
I await your command.
The Awesome is going to step forward,
Rolling.
and we're going to finish off that Suburban Mech.
Got it, Commander.
There we go. And all that's left now is the Hetzer.
Hope we can salvage that.
Fantastic.
Right here.
The Battle Master is going to step slightly forward.
I'll try.
We're not going to fire the UAC-20 here, but we'll fire everything else. decent damage into the Hetzer, and we just need to finish that thing off. The Salamander is going to step forward here, and we're not going to fire the medium laser, but everything else, let it fly. There we go.
Frag the vehicle.
Mission.
Excellent. I'm very glad that we didn't have to good faith withdrawal from that. Very, very glad. In terms of salvage, I don't think there's that much that I'm even that interested in. Like, there's a Zeus. I don't care. Not a big fan of the Zeus as a chassis. The chassis, rather. It's just, I don't think it's very good. 900k there, not too shabby. We did take a decent amount of damage. They want the Zeus parts, and they're offering us other things. I accept. 3 Engine Core 400s. Yes, please. Are they all in a stack? Even if they're not, we should probably take it. There's also MRM-40s here. We'll see what we got. Well, that wasn't great. 2 heat sinks and a standard heat sink cooling. At least we got an Engine Core 400 out of it, as well as a few vehicle parts to scrap at some point when we are running out of cash again. It is well past time to put a cut in here, though, so once we know what Yang is going to charge us for these reparations, which I suspect will be somewhere along the lines of 130, maybe 150,000 C-bills, I am going to put a cut in at that point. You can leave your offerings to the engagement gods in the form of likes, comments, subscribes, and bell ringings, and now that I think about it, even 150k might be lowballing a bit. We did take a fair amount of damage, at least on the Battle Master. It might be a little more like 180 to 200. Like, I'm saying 100 to 200 is my range. 200. Okay, sounds good. Go ahead and do that, Yang, and with that, as I said, it's well past time to put that cut in here. So that is going to happen right now. See you all next time.